I talk about it a bit more in, oh, these fingers, man. Hopefully Girls Out Tears, which is the third book in the Mockingjay. No. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my February TBR. Just at the beginning of this video, I want to touch on the fact that a couple books from my last TBR are going to appear on this month's TBR because I didn't manage to read them last month. The first one is The Gingerbread Cookie Murder by Joanna Fluke and two others. It's made up of 3 short stories by 3 different authors. As you might have guessed from the title, it's a Christmas themed book. I talk about it a bit more in my previous TBR, so if you haven't seen that, I'll put it in the cards. And the other book is Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins, which is the 3rd book in the Hunger Games trilogy, and again, that's talked about more in my previous TBR, so check that out. So on to the other books I'm hoping to tackle this month. I actually reckon this video is going to be quite short. 3 of the books that I want to read this month are part of the Girls... I actually don't know what the trilogy is called, but I'm going to call it the Girls in Love trilogy. So last year I read Girls in Love by Jacqueline Wilson, which is the first book in the series that she wrote. And now I've actually managed... I've had these books reserved for a little while from the library and they finally came in. So this month I'm hoping to tackle the rest of the books in the series, which are Girls Under Pressure, Girls in Tears, and Girls Out Late. I still don't know the order of these books, you guys. I'm gonna look it up online so I don't read them out of order again. But when I was younger, I genuinely couldn't wrap my head around which book came first. So I read each of these books at least 3 times when I was younger, and every single time I read them in a completely different order. I don't know why it was so hard for me to figure out which one came first, but I think the second book is Girls Out Late. Oh my god. I've just opened this book and the first 16 pages are missing. That's a live on-camera reaction. Where's the rest of my book? Listen, I hope Girls Out Late is in the next book because it doesn't look like I'm going to be reading this one this month. That is so emotional. Wow. Listen, that's really dampened my excitement, you guys. I don't know how I'm going to get through this month now. So I've just looked it up and Girls Under Pressure is the 2nd book in this series, so that's the one I'm going to read next. Oh, Girls in Tears is number 4. Okay, so Girls Out Late is number 3. That's actually, look at this. I literally opened the book and the first page is number, can you see that? The first page is number 17. What kind of a joke is that, you guys? Obviously it's a series, so I can't tell you too much about each book. I'll tell you about the first book, Girls in Love, because that's what kicks this whole series off anyway. It's a book set in the UK, by the way. The book centres around 3 girls, Ellie, Magda and Nadine, but Ellie is the main character. It's written from her perspective. So the 6 weeks holiday has just ended. Ellie and Magda are in for a bit of a shock because Nadine suddenly has a boyfriend and is so loved up, hence the title Girls in Love. And basically the book chronicles what happened. I feel like in every TBR I say the same thing, like the book chronicles what happens next, but it really does chronicle what happens next for the girls in terms of how their friendship changes because of Nadine's boyfriend and everything, and just what it's like when one of your friends falls in love. That's the synopsis, really. Other things continue to happen, you know. We've got Girls Under Pressure, Girls in Tears, Girls Out Late. The books span their teenage years and you see them grow up across the course of the series. I don't know how much these books would appeal to teenagers nowadays, but I feel like when they came out in the late 90s into the early noughties, I feel like they were great for their time period. I don't know how well these books have aged and how much they would speak to current teenagers, but I feel like when they came out they were really influential. These books are all really short, but Jacqueline Wilson manages to touch on a lot of difficult subjects in all of them, like the death of a parent, peer pressure, first loves. She was one of my favourite authors as a child, so I can't wait to read these this month. They're all really short, so I'm hoping to get to literally every one of them this month. Okay, so the next book on my TBR is one that I'm also very, very excited to finally read, and that is What a Time to Be Alone by Chidera Egaru, aka The Slumflower. There it is. And there she is on the back, the Slumflower. You know, incidentally, I've been following the Slumflower since she was a student at, I think, the London College of Fashion. She was in her final year working on her clothing collection. She's come so far. I never saw this coming when I was following her then. On her Snapchat stories and on Instagram and her captions and everything, she would say things that resonated with me, but I never saw this coming. Her influence now is kind of crazy. You see the term influencer just sort of thrown around here and there, but I honestly think she's really influential, and I'm excited to read this book and see more of what she has to say in print. I think it's so inspirational that she's a published author now. From where she was there to where she is now, I I don't know, it's all just very exciting to me. I've said the word excited numerous times in this video, so much in fact that it doesn't sound like a word anymore. I think it's a book that shouldn't take me too long to read, but it's not one that I want to rush through. It's one that I want to take in and probably make notes on and just digest it. I think similarly to Dear Danielle Elaine or A Feminist Manifesto and 15 Suggestions by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, I feel like this book could be one that I want to revisit a few times in the future. I don't know, I'm just excited to finally have it and to dive into it this month. The first page says, "What a Time to Be Alone" is a book by a recovering hypocrite. It's here to remind you that no matter where you find yourself in life, you will always have to face your truth, all of it. You're not alone, you're not crazy. Your feelings are valid and it's time to make peace with them, all of them. This book has been divided into 3 important sections: you, them, us. Yeah, I'm very excited to read this one, you guys. So along with Mockingjay and the Christmas book that I was reading, I'm hoping to get to these 4 books this month as well. So short and sweet, that's my TBR for this month. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to like, comment and subscribe. There should be buttons popping up on the screen as we speak. Here, here, here and here. There should be a button in either of these top corners to subscribe, as well as suggestions of other videos for you to check out. And January reading wrap up should have been tagged in the cards during the course of this video, so check that out if you haven't already. I say this from time to time, but I don't just do book videos on this channel. I also do makeup videos, hauls, reviews, that kind of thing. So if any of that interests you, check out one of those videos after you're done here. That's everything. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys. I don't know what I'm doing.